Hey there, it's Allison from Dream Weaver Designs Jewelry, and today is the day. The Halloween collection is available to purchase. You too can make these cute little witches hats, these ghosts, the skulls, the pumpkin, into pendants and earrings. And we have made it, Rhonda and I at RJCrafts have made it super easy for you to create these. So let me get these out of the way and show you how we're gonna do this. We have silk screens for the pendants and silk screens for the earrings. You can use paint, you can use mica powders. Born Pretty powders are like super popular right now. And that's what I used on most of these, were the Born Pretty powders and some super fine glitters. Along with the silk screens are cutters. And they're available in all 4 of the designs. So you have your pendant cutters, your earring cutters in all 4 shapes. Today I'm going to do a super quick tutorial on how to use the silkscreen with some Born Pretty powders. I know I've done this in the past, but I've had a request that I do it again, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So today we are going to work on the pumpkin. And this silk screen, if you'll see, you can read rjcrafts.com. That's the side you want facing you. The other side is the shiny side. That's the side that goes down on the clay, and you'll see that the writing is backwards. So go ahead and place that down on your clay and just softly, very softly. You don't want to push hard because you'll push the clay up through the screen. Just softly put it on there so that it stays in place. Now I'm working with a Born Pretty orange, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. So all you need to do is get a nice fine brush like this one here, which you can get from Tiny Pandora, and I will leave the link for her brushes below or in the description. All right, so you just get yourself some of that on there. I just tap it down. Sorry, my dog is scratching in the background. Anna, stop. Never a dull moment around here, and it's always when I try to do a tutorial. Either cats are going nuts or dog is going nuts. I lay it on pretty thick, but you don't need to put it on that thickly. Thickly? Is that even a word? That thick. Duh. And I'm also doing this very lightly, and I have wasted a lot of powder here, but that's okay. Oops. I'm also going to use green for the stem because I don't have brown in the, I don't even know that they make a brown in the Born Pretty powders. Maybe a bronze. I'll have to look into that. All right, so I've got green. And I'll leave a link to this whole set, which you can get directly from Born Pretty, and they now have a US warehouse, so you will get it very quick, and there's free shipping. So I'm just gonna use a dab of that to put the green on, and I used way too much there too. That's okay. If you ever have a problem putting these little caps on, if you put it on and then you screw it on backwards and then forwards, it usually works. All right, so very lightly, I am going to mush this around or spoosh this around. Put the green up there. And like I said, you do not want to push hard at all to do this, because you'll just push the clay up through the screen and you won't get a good transfer of the powders onto it. Now I'm gonna pick this up off camera and just blow it off, any extra. And now for the reveal. Ooh, look at that. Look at that sparkle. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I don't really have the best lighting. I am not a skilled tutorial person. I just like to do this for fun. So anyway, now we are going to take its coordinating cutter and go ahead and cut our pumpkin out. Just place your cutter. Now the thing with these is you're gonna have a black border around your piece. So you kind of want to look around everywhere and make sure that that black border is even, or as even as you can get it. You know, it might take a little time, but hey, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I think that's pretty darn good right there. All right, all you have to do is push down on the cutter. Excuse my nails. I have not done my nails in a while. And what I like to do is up, down, just softly, back and forth, up and down. It kind of cleans those edges up for me, which I usually clean them up a little bit more later, but this gives a pretty good cut. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to leave this here because I like to clean my edges up after bake. It's easier for me because it does not distort at all whatever I'm working on. So once the clay is baked, it's hardened and it won't distort. So I'm gonna go ahead and bake this at 275 for 1 hour. Oh, and I meant to mention this is a quarter thickness, not a quarter thickness, it's number 4. I'm not thinking straight today, guys, sorry. It's number 4 on my pasta machine. Number 1 being the thickest. I always like to go to a 4 because when I'm done with these pieces, I like to resin them on the sides, on the front, and on the back. So that's gonna add some thickness to your piece. So I like to go as thin as I can without being like paper thin. And then I add the resin, and to me, it's like at the perfect thickness. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. I am not going to come back with the final piece because I just wanted to show you today how to use the silk screen. But this is what it would look like and how simple it is. I'll be right back. I'm back. I wanted to mention when you're using micas, you know, Born Pretty powders, whatever, with your screens, I don't ever take them and immediately wash them because you can carefully wipe most of the mica, most of the Born Pretty powders off of it, and then go ahead and work on your next project. If you're using paint or anything else, I highly suggest that you immediately, after you've made your impression with the screen and the paint, you immediately put it in a warm soapy tub of water that you could have right next to you and let that soak and so that paint doesn't set in. But with the micas and the Born Pretties, I just wipe it off very carefully and it's good to go for my next project. So all of this is going to be available today, minus these guys that are pre-made. The screens and the cutters are going to be available today at RJCrafts.com, and I will have a link directly to the product in the description, as well as the link to the Born Pretty powders that I used, and to Teresa Salgado at Tiny Pandora to her wonderful brushes. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.